What's up, ketchup lovers? Big Deborah here. Shalom. Just got back from Mexico last night around 6:30 p.m. I have a lot of filming to do today to kind of catch up from taking a little vacay. I don't know what came over me, but I was like, I really feel like doing a GRWM. GRWM, which means get ready with me if you're new here. We used to do these all the time back in like 2016, 2017, 2018, and I felt like doing it. But please don't get it twisted. This does not mean I'm going back. This does not mean I'm going back to makeup, okay? I just wear it. That's it. So I'm already moisturized.
So I've already primed and moisturized my face.
It's been so long since we've said those phrases, you know? I got quite tan in Mexico. Like for me, tan for me, who's usually the color of paper. And I don't have a foundation that matches me right now, so I've been mixing in my Auric Glow Lust. Okay, this mic, this is gonna be a challenge. But if I move it away, you can't hear me. Ew, I forgot I hate doing my makeup with a hoodie on, you know, because the neck gets in the way. So how's it going, guys? This video, you know, is gonna be me talking about myself, but I would love to hear from you also in the comments of how it's going. New fun stuff in your life, interesting stories. Speaking of hearing from you guys, I was in Mexico for the Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds concert, and I cannot believe how many of you I met at this concert. I think it's the most subscribers I have ever met at one time in my life, and it's just so funny because it's like, what are the odds? We were in a totally different country, you know, at a very specific concert, and I don't know, it was just so funny. I met a guy named Dylan, still waiting on that pic we took. Met a girl named Stephanie, Jessica. Oh my gosh, no, I can't try to list all of you because I'll inevitably forget someone and then they'll feel bad. But let me tell you guys something about meeting my viewers, okay? It's very exciting for me. Oh, Dawn, I met someone named Dawn, Melissa. It's all coming back to me now. But let me tell you something about when we meet in person, okay? First things first, if you message me on Instagram and say, hey, I saw you today and I didn't say hi. I understand. It can be a little bit nerve-wracking to like go up to anybody, let alone somebody that like maybe you watch on YouTube. But it is so wonderfully exciting for me, and I want to meet you guys so bad. Never bothers me, never bothers Nick. It never bothers my family. So please, I want to meet you guys, and I'm not going to go on a tangent about that. But the other thing about meeting my viewers in person is that I don't see the pictures. Sorry, I'm not trying to yell at you guys, but every single photo, I took a minimum of 20 pictures in Mexico with my viewers, and every single one of you, I said, what did I say? You remember? I said, hey, please tag me in this photo on Instagram, because otherwise I don't see them. We take them on your phone most of the time, and I never see the photo again. And I check my Instagram mentions and my tags, and I don't see them. If I have taken 200 selfies with you guys over the years, I have probably seen 15 to 20. I don't know if it's because you have your account set to private or what's happening, but I want to see our photos so bad. I want to like remember your faces and remember experience and like match faces to names, and I want to be friends, you know? Anyway, sorry. That's probably not what you were hoping for me to talk about today. I know Jacqueline like officially closed her brand. I totally understand not wanting to be in Zoom meetings all day and not wanting to be like a brand owner, but the products that I have used they're irreplaceable, you know? Oh no, I forgot this little cream blush guy. Oh no, this is eyebrow gel. Remember how bad I was at this job, you guys? The worst, most disorganized beauty YouTuber ever. YouTuber. Which is why it's so interesting. It's genuinely interesting to me and puts a question mark above my head when I get comments quite often, not only from you guys, but from my friends and family in my life. I get comments all the time saying, go back to makeup. Why did you quit makeup? Why don't you were doing so much better when you did makeup. And that is such a genuinely strange thing for people to say for so many reasons. First and foremost, I hated it. I was no longer happy doing it. Why would anybody want me to go back to something I no longer like? I like makeup. Don't get me wrong. I mean, hello, I wear it. I wear a lot of makeup every single day of my life.
All of my life. It's fantastic.
I'm not one of those people that is like, oh, all natural, and I'm, you know, I look so great without makeup. No, I need a full face every day. But I was so burnt out doing it, and I just read something the other day that was like, yep, she really made a mistake when she quit makeup. It's also strange that people tell me I was doing better career-wise then, because I literally wasn't. When I did beauty, my 30-day average for like my view count was 50,000 views. And I know this because I remember working with brands and they would want to know information like that. And I had to like send them my statistics. And I don't get it. It's quite odd. And a couple viewers I met, one girl I met at the airport on the way home, she was like, I really miss your movie reviews. And I was like, but they're still around. And we both kind of laughed. I was like, you're not the only person who has said this. I actually hear that all the time. I hear comments like, I missed you. Where did you go? I miss your movie reviews. I'm like, but they're there, right there. I just posted one. It's quite interesting and quite strange. One of the girls I met in line for the bar at the concert, she was like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. I love your makeup video. I'm pretty sure it's been 4 years now since I stopped making makeup videos. And I laughed. I was like, girl, where you been? That was 100 years ago. But you know, whatever you like start your content as is what people just still think that you do. Not only they think you do it, but they also think you should do it. So if you have considered starting a channel, I do get asked decently often for advice. And my advice is just like, don't niche yourself down too much. Maybe, let your audience know ahead of time that you're interested in multiple things, that you're multifaceted. And if there's any doubt that you might be a little bit burnt out on something, don't make your channel about it. So anyway, so freaking wonderful to meet you guys, hang out. Concert was incredible. I am a Dave Matthews fan, okay? When Nick and I first got married, in fact, he had the Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds Live at Radio City DVD. And, we didn't have Netflix, we didn't have cable, we literally had a DVD player. So we would watch that and like season 1 of Married with Children constantly for years. I mean, we would bust out that DVD constantly over the years and had a lot of it memorized. And we always dreamed of seeing Dave and Tim Reynolds specifically together. So whenever we heard about it, I was like, if we don't go to this, we are stupid, And it was like next level as far as like experiences go, like being there on the literal sand. You're standing in the sand right next to the ocean. The ocean breeze is blowing. It's like 70 degrees, 75. Dave and Tim are right there. There was not a bad seat in the place. Oh my gosh, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I freaking dropped my Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop in my like hotel room. It was a very, very sad day. And so these are all rearranged. This isn't how the palette's supposed to look. You guys, I am having fun, but I don't miss this. I don't miss trying to coordinate my camera and my mirror and my mic and my recording software and my lighting. And oh my gosh, it's so stressful. What were we talking about? Dave and Tim. Yeah, so anyway, I am a Dave Matthews fan. However, or at least I thought I was, until going to this concert, and there were people with Dave Matthews tattooed on their body. There were people in the audience that knew every word to every single song. Mind you, he played 3 nights in a row. There was 4 concerts. First one was Jason Isbell, and the next 3 nights, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think, Dave and Tim played, and it was several hours each night, meaning he has written a zillion songs, and there were people in the audience that knew every single word to every single song. And I was like, I know like the popular ones, like Satellite in My Eye and friggin' Lovely Lady, I'm at your feet. The popular ones. But there were so many songs I had never heard, and I could not believe the fandom that this man had. Anyway, so that was fun. One of the better vacations of my life. Sunday night, which was after the last show, my sister was like begging Nick to bring his guitar like out on the beach and have like a little jam sesh. And he finally agreed, and a bunch of people ended up like surrounding us. And there was a guy there who ended up sitting down, and he knew like a bunch of Dave Matthews songs by heart, and it became this like little intimate jam sesh. I'm pretty sure I sang Radiohead Creep with the guy. It was just such a fun experience. I was quite a bit more extroverted on that trip than I normally am. Probably the booze, you know what I mean? I have a little Sigma brush that I can't function without. Yes. This is so glowy. I know a lot of you probably hate glowy and think I'm too glowy, too bronzy, but I am obsessed lately, okay? I used to I never hated influencer makeup brands per se. I remember going through a phase where I sort of questioned. I was like, are they really helping develop these products, or is it just like products that already exist and they're slapping their name and face on it, I was a bit of a skeptic sometimes. And now that I have been in the works of developing my brand, not a makeup brand, but a different brand, now I know firsthand what goes into it and how hands-on you really do have to be, and how it is it's like amazing and it's awesome, but it's also kind of stressful because since I've been working on my brand, I can hear all of the criticisms that people are bound to make just because I've seen so many other creators launch their brands. And so now I feel quite different about influencer brands, you know? There's a lot of like moving parts and little things that go into it that you just don't think about. It's actually a wonder that so many of them have been successful without help. I was just watching, do you guys follow Oompaville? I don't actually know his real name. I think it's Caleb. He's super funny. YouTube recommended to me his video called like My Friend Scammed Me Out of $1 million or something, and I was like, heck yes, I gotta watch this. Anyway, he started his own candy company like completely independently without help or anything, and once upon a time I may not have realized how insane that is, but knowing what I know now, I cannot believe that he did that, and it's successful. And that's great. But doing all of that completely yourself and paying everybody out of pocket and like going into insane debt, and he like paid somebody to make a machine that could make the type of candy he wanted and thought he could trust the guy, and the guy like basically ordered everything from China and like marked it up like crazy and overcharged him, delivered something that didn't work. There's just no way that mentally I could ever do anything like that. I am so happy to have had help with my journey. These aren't even, you guys. Should I do what we did back in the day and do my brows off camera? I feel like I'm gonna have to because I can't do them unless it's 1 inch away. So anyway, yeah, my brand is coming up. That's exciting. What else is happening? I pitched a television show to a quite well-known studio. Didn't hear back from them, and that was like a month ago, but hey, it's my first time, okay? We got a first timer here. But you know what's funny? I don't even know like how much I'm supposed to, I can't give any details, I'm sorry. I wish I could. But what I can say is that I have such cold feet about it already. Like if they happen to come back and be like, yeah, we like this show and we want to fund it for you, I'll actually probably freak out a little bit. And it's so funny because it's not really going to be any different than what I do for a living anyway. Like my videos are scripted. The industry is similar, so it's not going to be that weird. So I'm not worried about like the actual act of acting. I think what I'm worried about is relinquishing control, because with YouTube I am in control of almost everything apart from some stuff with Facebook, but like I'm the writer, I'm the editor, I'm the producer, you know what I mean? We've talked about this before, and so it's very scary to think about my name being on something that somebody else, like I created it, but there's gonna have to be, for it to actually become a series, there's gonna have to be a zillion people doing a lot of it. And what if it's not good, you know? It's so scary. You gotta have this for the top, L'Oreal Voluminous, the BLINC Tubing Mascara on the bottom, and there's no other way to ever do your eyelashes. Do not argue with me. I also have like crazy fear because of what I know about Hollywood, you know? I know that it like chews you up and spits you out, and I'm afraid of like signing contracts without having 18 lawyers look over it all, because you just don't know. But on the other hand, I kind of feel like it's like the ultimate level of creating comedy, that and maybe stand-up is like writing and creating a whole story that could serve as this joyful escapism for the viewer. Is like, that's literally, it's lifelong dream, you know? It's what I was trying to do with my little Sony Handycam at 12 years old. So we will see what happens with that. Also, turns out writing a script is quite different than like writing basically, like the producer I work with is like, you have to remember that this is not YouTube and it's not a novel. And I guess my writing style was like, would be good for either of those things, but writing for television is so different. Like writing a script for a series is so different. And there's so many things that I'm like, is that funny? That doesn't feel funny. But I can't visualize the timing of like a sitcom like I can for a YouTube video. I don't know what I'm doing, basically, is what I'm saying. Like I do, but I don't. So that's another exciting endeavor. Sorry I'm talking about myself so much. I did a bad job on this eye, but hopefully the softbox lights disguise literally everything. Okay, I got the Mean Girls creamer for some stupid reason because I'm a chronic consumer. It's so gross. It's just strawberry. Who wants strawberry coffee? you know? Next exciting thing is that I wrote a song that I am actually really proud of and really excited about. It is a song about insomnia, believe it or not. I feel like it came to me when I was on Ozempic, because I was having like my insomnia that I already kind of suffer with was much worse, and the anxiety was much worse. And I don't know, apparently situations like that can help fuel creativity a little bit. Do I always use this hand to do this? Like I don't. So I wrote a song, and I'm actually having a really hard time finding the right producer to help me like create it. I have a few songs I've written actually. I would love to put music out. Going and seeing so many live concerts in the last like 2 years. I really never saw live music that often before. Like I had been to Katy Perry in like 2012 and I was a million miles away and I was like, yay, but it didn't inspire me. I've been to a few concerts as a kid. Like I went to the Leanne Rimes and Brian White concert as a kid, got lost. The workers had to like track me down and reunite me with my mom, and that's what I remember from that concert, you know. But anyway, just in the last couple years, Nick has really pushed me to like start attending live concerts, and seeing live music has been so inspiring to me and such a game changer. Like when I saw Adele in Vegas, I'm not kidding you, it changed my life. I was moved to tears probably 3 times during the concert. Nick likes to say I cried 14 times, but he's wrong. I cried probably 3 times. It was so incredible. That and Winona. My mom, my sister and I went to see Winona Judd. My sister surprised us with tickets. And even the feeling I got and like seeing my mom cry during Winona's concert, and the feeling that an artist can give somebody in the audience, or the experience that the artist can give somebody in the audience, I didn't know what it was like, again, because I had not experienced it myself, and now I have, and it's been like, okay, I get it now. And I of course do not at all, I don't want that to make any of you think that I think I'm going to be as successful as Adele or Winona Judd by any stretch of the imagination, but it just, even intimate concerts, like we went to this poster right here? We went to this guy, Willie Carlisle, and it was probably the smallest, most intimate live concert I'd ever been to, and even people in his audience were moved and crying and dancing and laughing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I get it. Why am I not doing anything? And it is interesting that I have never wanted to share it or do anything with it until now. But anyway, I can't find a producer to work with me. Hold on. I can't do this. Do not miss this. Okay, I think they're even. God! This is also from Auric. Everything Samantha Ravendall makes is gold. Influencer brands, man, I'm telling you. Anyway, so I could easily go to like a studio here in St. Louis. I looked into it a few years ago. In fact, I remember getting all of your guys' hopes up that I was going to book a few studio sessions here. But in St. Louis, it's all rap, and all of the producers that I have met with or consulted with have been like the sound is very, very hip hop, and I'm not going for a hip hop sound. I guarantee you there are people here that could help me achieve the sound that I want, but I can't find them. I'm not good at finding stuff. You guys know this by now. I did eventually hear back from one of the guys I reached out to, and even he seemed a little hesitant to work with me, but he said that he would. His rate is pretty high. He doesn't live in Missouri, so I would have to like be doing it all remote, which I've never done, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I wish I could skip all of the like things that every artist has to go through, and I could just get signed by a small label and have them take care of all this for me. But that's not how life works. I'm aware. In about 6 hours, this will be fully dry. The ends are dry, but all of this in my scalp is so wet. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was just saying I wish like a label could do all of this for me and find the right producers and engineers and co-writers and all of that to like help me create a song. But right now I gotta figure this out on my own. So a little patience. Give me a little time to get some of these actually created and sounding good, but then I will be putting them on Spotify for you. And I would absolutely love, yes, I would love to do some live stuff here and there. I'm very scared, very, very scared, but I think I can do it if I just get used to it. I want to, you know? What else do I have to tell you about? I'm doing much better since my I'm not doing well video. I had to make some changes to my business. One of the changes I had to make was having fewer employees. Being in charge of people has been a little stressful. It turns out I'm just not I'm just not really a boss beeb at heart, you know? That was a change I made. I took a few weeks off. I basically took January off from writing, shooting, and editing. And then towards the end of January, I started to work on some stuff, and that sort of got me ahead. I had at least concepts and scripts written, and I got a little bit ahead. So that has been a good change. I got a server, which it's been a really big learning curve, but now it is looking like my editors are able to work remotely. So we don't have to all meet at that studio, which means I don't have to have that studio anymore that I'm paying like $1,000 a month for. So that is a nice change. It's nice to just like shoot something and put it in our little shared folder on the server and not have to like take the memory card anywhere. And a lot of times we would have to play musical computers because it would be like, all right, this video is due today. I need to take over, but Dante's working here and Channing's working here. So we would have to like switch computers and hard drives, and then inevitably when we would do that, stuff would go missing. And so the server has alleviated some of that technical stuff for me. So that's been great. I have 3 workouts a week with my personal trainer. My exercise is on fleek. You guys remember on fleek? So I'm doing good health-wise. I don't have any current issues, and I'm no longer dying to death like I was then. And I think that's also part of why I'm suddenly inspired to create new stuff, you know, to like work on the show, possibly work on some music. I started a slime account. Hold on, look at this. I have a box of slime here. I am so obsessed with slime. I can't illustrate it to you. And before you make fun of me, okay, for being a 34-year-old woman obsessed with a child's toy, hear me out, okay? You probably like candles. I like candles too. I go to Bath & Body Works at the change of every season to see the new scents with the cute new names and the cute little sticker and what it's gonna smell like and how creative it is, and it's cute and fun and gives your brain dopamine. If you are a candle girly or boy, maybe you will also like slime. Like, look at this. This is called Candy Core Crunch. Like the names that they come up with, and the people like pick different add-ins, and there's different base. Like you can do a clear slime or a thick and glossy slime or a cloud dough texture slime. There's different add-ins and different scents and cute little names, and I am obsessed. Every night when it's time to like sit down and watch TV, I'm like this. And Nick always says, "Are you thumbing your goo again?" He thinks I have a problem because I get like a package of slime every week. My favorite brands are Corn with Slime, which is the weirdest brand name ever, and I love it. This one's from Peachy Babies. Slime Obsidian. Snoop Slimes. Oh my gosh. I started an Instagram account. It's gonna be a whole video. I haven't posted anything there yet, but trust that I will. Ooh, this one's kind of hurty. Do you guys like ASMR? Hope so. Oh, and then the last new thing I'm kind of hoping to work on is live streaming. You would think it would just be something as simple as hitting go live like it used to be. But now it would seem that you kind of have to be like a streamer in order to have a successful live stream that people enjoy watching and that benefits both myself as a creator and you as the viewer. So I downloaded OBS Studio. I've watched a few tutorials. I think I have it working well. The problem is like, I don't know how to really test. If I test it, then I'm gonna have to go live and then people will see me doing stuff wrong, you know? I feel like there's still slime chunks on me and it looks like boogers. But anyway, I've been really enjoying live streaming lately because it is such an easier way to talk to you guys and hear your input, and you guys have given me great ideas the last few live streams. We've had very, very good laughs. I feel like it's just, we can actually have a relationship. Yes, it's still parasocial, but you can talk back to me instead of me just talking to you all the time. I think that's all the updates I wanted to give you. Again, I'm sorry that this was like a video where I just talk about myself, but that's how friends get to know each other. So thanks for hanging out with me. I do have to start writing my intro to the Shallow Hal movie review. I also have a video due today on my main channel. It's 11:18. I haven't even looked at what my editors did yet, so who knows if I'm gonna make it, but we're gonna try. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you want some more of these. I might not always do my makeup with it, but I am thrilled to just sit down at the camera and talk without a script. It's quite liberating. See you later, catch up lovers.